Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear student, today topic is Biot-Savart law. Before this topic we studied about the force on a current carrying conductor in uniform magnetic field and also with the magnetic induction. Before to explain Biot-Savart law, let us go back to Coulomb law and Gauss's law. Coulomb law, in order to find electric field intensity from Coulomb law, we have a point charge. If there is more than one point, for example Q1, Q2, Q3, again Coulomb law is applicable, but with the superposition principle. Along with superposition principle, you can apply Coulomb law to find the value of field intensity. For example, F is equal to F1 plus F2 up to so on vectorially. So, if there is a symmetric charge distribution, for the symmetric charge distribution, for example, symmetrical. For the symmetric charge distribution, if there is involved a high symmetry, then instead of Coulomb law, we use Gauss's law. And we can easily find, by taking the Gaussian surface, we can easily find the value of electric field intensity. If the distribution is not a symmetrical one, but asymmetrical, then we go towards the Poisson and Laplace equation to find the value of E, find the value of B and surface charge density. Similarly the case here. Ampere law is applicable to a highly symmetrical cases, just as Gauss's law is applicable to the highly symmetrical cases. If we have asymmetrical cases, then we can apply Ampere law, but it is difficult to apply it for asymmetrical cases. If there is no symmetry involved, then we cannot take the Amperian path and we cannot apply the Ampere law. Then we take the Biot-Savart law. For those cases, it is easy to apply the Biot-Savart law. And you can apply Biot-Savart law for asymmetrical cases also. While in case of symmetrical cases, we can easily find the value of magnetic induction using Ampere law. But if it is asymmetrical, if there is no symmetry involved, then in that case we use Biot-Savart law. Biot-Savart law. What it states, if you see here, the mathematical value of Biot-Savart law, dB is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi I dl sine theta divided by r square. This is the mathematical form of Biot-Savart law. So Biot-Savart law is stated as dB, the magnetic flux density, or magnetic induction. Biot-Savart law is stated as the magnitude of magnetic flux density or magnetic induction भी आप उसे कह सकते हैं at any point due to the steady current in a straight wire. For example, this is a straight wire and you are going to find what is the value of B here at any point, the value of dB. Then if there is a wire in which there is a flow of current, that is steady current I, and you are going to find the value of flux density or magnetic induction at point P, which is at a distance r from this length element, then how you will see the magnitude of this flux density or magnetic induction is directly proportional to the current element. Means dB is directly proportional to the current element IDL. B will be greater if the current element or the element in which current is flowing is greater, then the value of dB at this point will be greater. If it is smaller, the current is smaller, then the value of dB will be smaller. And in the second case, and is inversely proportional to the square of the distance from the point to the wire, and dB is inversely proportional to R square, means if we are going away from the wire, if R increases, then the value of dB will decrease. If R decreases, then the value of dB will increase. So it means that the magnitude of flux density, that is magnetic induction, depends upon current element and also depend upon the distance of the point from the conductor, and also depend upon the dl sine theta. Okay, here is dl sine theta. Then dB is directly proportional to dl sine theta. Sorry. Assalamualaikum. अच्छा ठीक माना dB is directly proportional to dl sine theta divided by R square, or dB is equal to ki dl sine theta divided by R square, and the value of k depends upon system of unit and the medium used. System of unit or medium used means, for example, if it is free space or if it is a medium, say, or if you are taking the SI unit or CGS unit. But in case of free space and SI unit, the value of K is mu naught divided by 4 pi 10 to the power minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. Basically, by itself, they are following the Coulomb law, because in the Coulomb law you see that is inversely proportional to R square, and again there is a constant K, mu naught divided by 4 pi. Here mu naught is permeability of free space. Permeability plays the same role in calculating magnetic field as permeability epsilon naught in electric field. जिस तरीके से वो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में उसकी रोल थी एप्सिलॉन नॉट की, इस तरीके से आपके पास म्यू नॉट जो कि आपके पास परमेबिलिटी ऑफ फ्री स्पेस है उसका भी बिल्कुल रोल उसी तरह है जिस तरीके से एप्सिलॉन नॉट का रोल जो है इन ऑर्डर टू फाइंड द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड। तो गोया डी भी आपके पास आ जाएगा के वैल्यू म्यू नॉट डिवाइड बाई 4 पाई आई डी एल साइन थीटा डिवाइड बाई आर स्क्वेयर आपके पास ये आ जाएगा। नाउ मल्टीप्लाई एंड डिवाइड बोथ साइड बाई आर, इसको आर से मल्टीप्लाई करें डिवाइड करें तो ये बन जाएगा म्यू नॉट डिवाइड बाई 4 पाई आई डी एल आर साइन थीटा डिवाइड बाई आर क्यूब। और आप इसको वेक्टर फॉर्म में इस तरीके से लिख सकते हैं कि डी बी इज इक्वल टू म्यू नॉट डिवाइड बाई 4 पाई आई डी एल क्रॉस आर divided by r cube. You can write it in vector form in this way. Now this is the value of dB due to this small current element IDL at a point P. Now what will be the value of the magnetic flux density at point P due to whole of the wire carrying current? Then again you will take the integral in that case. Total magnetic field at a point P is B is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi, ये इंटीग्रल में आ जाएगा I del cross R divided by R cube. So this is the Biot-Savart law for a wire carrying current, steady current. In case of a wire, in case of a line, for example, if you have a surface or if you have a volume, then for the surface element you can write B is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi integral of S I dl ka R divided by R cube, and for volumetric case B is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi integral V J cross R divided by R cube. So this is the shape of Biot-Savart law. As I told you, Biot-Savart law is only applicable if you have asymmetrical cases, while in case of symmetrical cases we can easily find the value of magnetic induction using Ampere law. So if you see, there are two laws from which you can easily find what is the value of electric field intensity. One is Coulomb law and the second one is Gauss's law. Gauss's law is applicable when you have a high value of symmetry charge distribution. And again you see there are two laws, one is Ampere law and the second one is Biot-Savart law. If high symmetry is involved, then you can apply Ampere law and you can easily find, if you take Amperian path, you can easily find what is the value of B. But if it is asymmetrical having non-symmetry, then it is difficult to apply Ampere law. Rather than you can apply a Biot-Savart law. So with the help of Biot-Savart law, you can easily find, again you can find the value of B. Magnetic induction or the magnitude of magnetic flux density. Taking a wire and you split the wire into small little pieces. Each piece has a length of dl. For example, you have calculated the value of dB due to that small element, you see, dl. If you take another element, and take the value of dB1, dB2, dB3 up to so on, later on you can add it vectorially as superposition principle was applied in the Coulomb law. Similarly, you can also apply the superposition principle here, and you can take the total value of B by taking integral value. This one. This is B. This is the total value of magnetic field due to whole of the wire carrying current. And for surface integral, you see, and for the volume integral. Thank you.